Hey everyone, it's Ace from Ace of Spades Tarot. Um, Welcome everyone back to this new channel. Hope you're all doing well. I'm truly grateful for all who are joining in this collective energy of these readings. If you are new, which I'm guessing most of you are, please do subscribe to the channel, share it with friends, feel free to comment respectfully, and if what I say resonates with you, please hit that like button. Of course, as it is a general collective reading, not a personal reading, these readings will not resonate for every person, so please take from it only what relates to your own situation and leave the rest. So the series that I've been doing, is focused on intimate relationships and partnerships, most likely romantic, but also can really apply to any close personal relationships, business, friendships, family, and of course they can apply to anyone who has Scorpio prominently in their major planets, in any of their major planets in their natal chart. I myself am focusing more energy specifically on those with their Venus, Moon, and or Mars in Scorpio, as these planets have to do with how we love, our emotions, and how we take action, respectively. If you do not know how to find out your natal chart information or would like to delve deeper into your own personal natal chart, or are interested in a private reading, my email is in the description box below. So please feel free to email me for any further information or any questions you may have. Just as a reminder, again, time is fluid, so whenever this reading finds you, trust that it is meant to find you at that time. And also gender in tarot is also fluid, so please do not assign necessarily, gender roles for the characters depicted in the keys. We all have masculine and feminine energy, and so please adjust your perspective of the reading to however it most resonates with you and our energy, any energy that might be directly involved with you or impacting your situation. So, okay, Scorpio, let's get started. We'll get a little general overall kind of energy for maybe where the reading will be headed and see how it ties in as we delve deeper. So all the cards are pre-shuffled, but sorry, is that a bit loud? Let me just turn that down a little bit. That's better. Okay. So, next. Four of Swords, healing and recovery. Okay, we're in eclipse season. That's a lot of intense energy. Scorpios, we have a lunar eclipse coming up. I believe it's on the 16th, depending on where you are in the world, during your full moon. So it's going to be an intense one. But we're also, in the energy of Pluto retrograde and Mercury retrograde, in the pre-shadow period of Mercury retrograde. So it makes sense that we get the Four of Swords out there. Card 20, Karma Review, Judgment. Well, you are rulers of the 8th house, Scorpios, so, you are the house of karma. So, as you're kind of healing and recovering, you might be, taking some time to reflect on some things from the past. Let's get one more. Thank you. Ten of Pentacles, ultimate achievement. Yeah, see, I think that is, and that's really, you're a water sign, but that's really doing that deep dive, that whale coming out of the water kind of for air after until, it kind of breaches and then goes back down into the depths. And, Scorpios are well familiar with the depths, they're not afraid to take that deep dive. So, I'm really getting that you're taking stock of kind of everything that's gone on in your life, especially with all this Plutonic energy happening. I think that you know where you want to go, and you want to, you know how to achieve it. And achieving doesn't always mean having to constantly go, 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 right? I mean, we're human beings for a reason. We're not human doings. I think people forget that. So, but I think that you're certainly on the right path. If not you and your partner. If this represents both of you together. I mean, look how we even go from this black, this black and white and gray into this kind of mix, of judgment, into this really beautiful kind of blue against the light sky and the waves and the flow of the water. Just lovely. It really feels like lovely energy. I'm going to grab now, just see how using Kim Krantz's Spirit of the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle deck, see how the energy of these first three cards kind of, they line up, if there's synchronicities, what we get from that, and then we'll delve into the tarot. For Scorpio, please. For Scorpio. And the person on their mind, please, Spirit. For Scorpio. Too many. For Scorpio. Thank you. Lizard. Okay. The person on Scorpio's mind, please. What is the energy that the person on Scorpio's mind, as they watch this reading, is most embodying? Butterfly. So interesting that we have that. I mean, this butterfly and this whale almost, it's such a similar card, right? This like coming out into the light, right? And butterfly being an air sign, and Ten of Pentacles technically being an earth sign, but it still has all of this blue of this kind of like throat chakra energy, and this orange of this sacral chakra energy, and it's the lizard has a combination of that of kind of all of the chakras, right? Because it can kind of be a chameleon. It kind of blends into its surroundings. So perhaps you're kind of in this lizard mode of lizards lay in the hot sun, and they can just like kind of bask there, right? Maybe that's kind of that Four of Swords feeling that you're feeling, and maybe whoever you're connecting with, whether it's your partner, your romantic or business or soulmate or whatever whoever you're thinking of, is in kind of more of a social energy, right? And maybe they're feeling a lot of kind of this kind of karmic, something that you can handle well, Scorpios, but maybe, your person is feeling the kind of juxtaposition between, the upper chakras and the lower chakras, and yet they've already gone through kind of a transformation process, right? And so you might be in kind of different places in life at the moment. It's funny, at the bottom of the deck we have Nightingale, right? And the Nightingale, it's kind of a combination of also this blue and this dark, this gray and black and white, right? And then this blue that's still coming through heavily, right? And the Nightingale sings. So you very much might be dealing with an air sign, or someone who has air prominently in their charts, or an air Venus or an air moon, or an air rising. But the Nightingale doesn't sing at the traditional hours that a bird sings. It sings for itself. It sings its own song. And I feel in a way that's kind of what this butterfly is doing. And maybe it's in a way that you both have figured out how to sing, this song together. I mean, communication has been a big theme in these kind of readings. I'm told to leave this upright, so I will. And kind of understanding each other's how to communicate with each other, right? So let's go into seeing how, Scorpio, how do you view yourself in the relationship? How do you view yourself in the relationship with the person that's most on your mind? How do you view yourself in the relationship? Spirit, how does Scorpio view themselves, please? Precise. Thank you. Four of Cups. Oh, I just got a very strong feeling of feeling like you missed out on something. But I mean, interesting because Four of Swords is sort of similar to the Four of Cups energy in this card. I mean, they kind of relate to each other. He's not really paying attention to the Three Cups in front of him or the Fourth Cup that's being offered. He's just kind of in his own mind, in his own emotions, in his own thought. As the lizard is kind of just blending into its surroundings, right? But I have this feeling like you feel like you're missing, you're kind of watching things pass you by, or feeling like you've missed out, or you're missing out, but you're not. I mean, you have these three full cups and another one being offered to you, so you're really not missing anything. It's just really about your perspective, right? And I think that's why the Four of Swords is there, to remind us to take some time out, especially during eclipse season and during retrograde season. I didn't ask. How does Scorpio view their partner? Cards. Yes, both. Okay. King of Wands and the Page of Swords. Okay, quite different energy, right? Well, I mean, Page of Swords is a messenger card, right? And we do have air spirit here, right? We have this butterfly is very much air spirit, and this nightingale is very much air spirit, and the blues are definitely pronounced. But pages are messengers in there, and so maybe I'm gonna have to clarify, because I'm getting a couple of different storylines. I mean, the King of Wands is certainly, he's, that's Leo and Aries, Leo and Taurus Taurus and Aries energy. I'm like, Mercury retrograde is already getting to me. But it's someone that is confident in their light, shines really in that light. And these bright yellows, kind of and orange is the way that this butterfly. I mean, you might see this person might be, there might be a lot of passion in the relationship, but maybe the communication is still leaves something to be desired, right? Maybe, again, the nightingale sings at night, right? There's something atypical, unusual. And I'm getting that quite a bit in these readings lately, and it could just be, the energies are kind of all over the place astrologically. But how does Scorpio view the relationship? How does Scorpio view the relationship, please? Too many. How does Scorpio view the relationship, please? How does Scorpio view the relationship, please? Thank you. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. You're really happy with this person. Again, these blue, and again, these cups. You have a lot of emotion for this person, So why are you feeling this way about yourself? I feel like there's some shadow work that needs to be done, some of that deep dive that you're so good at doing, to lighten your load a little bit, because you see this person as happiness there, right? It's almost like this boy has grown up. It's interesting. And he's, he's playing, he's holding these bowls like it's a sound bath, it's like, and smiling, and his beard has grown out, and so there's something about this relationship that is changing you, maturing you, in some way. Let's go and see how your person feels. Spirit, how does the person most on Scorpio's mind feel about themselves? How do they see themselves? The person most on Scorpio's mind, please. This little page of swords just wants to sneak on out. It's like, I got a message. Hurry up. All right. How do they see themselves? Oh, spirits are no, sorry. How does this person... Oh, actually, I'm going to say what that card was because it is relevant. It's interesting. The card that came out was the Ace of Cups, and I was told that's not the card. But what is interesting is that, the Ace of Cups is a new beginning, and you have this one cup over here that you're not paying attention to, right? So your person might see themselves as, hey, yo, I have this cup. I'm trying to give you this cup. Hello. But you're in this like Four of Swords meditation, like I'm just laying on my sandy beach, in the sun, just blending in, depending on where the sun shifts, I shift the colors, it's like that sort of thing. But they're trying to get through to you, clearly. Eight of Cups, they see themselves as having, it's interesting, we're always trying to get to the 10 in tarot, right? An Eight of Cups plus, means there's a Two of Cups somewhere, and Two of Cups is kind of that, that meeting each other on equal ground with both of your cups filled. And so I think this is almost a warning. I think that's why that Ace of Cups came out first, because maybe they were in that energy and they're kind of starting to see themselves in the energy of, hey, if Scorpio doesn't recognize, I'm trying to give them my cup, so that we can make that Two of Cups, take that cup and my cup and make that Two of Cups. And, instead of being at Nine of Cups, being at that 10 of Cups, which is total emotional fulfillment, I might walk away. And they're kind of, they're a bit in their mind about it. They're in their emotions, but they're also kind of in their mind. And it's, she's holding an hourglass in her hand. So it's kind of like clock is ticking for this person. How does Scorpio, the person in Scorpio's mind, how do they view Scorpio? The Fool. So they kind of view you as starting out on your journey. And I'm getting strongly this is a romantic relationship, not a business relationship. But they might feel like you're in different places emotionally, even though you're not, because you view them as wish fulfillment, but they know that they can get to the 10. And that's the thing. And you're feeling like this Four of Cups, like you're missing out, and they're seeing you as this kind of nascent energy, right? The Fool is the 0 card. It starts the journey of the major arcana. It's the, it's that fresh start. The Fool also is the Fool for a reason, because it's just starting the journey. They think they have all the time in the world, right? And that's kind of what I'm being drawn back to, this hourglass is, maybe your person sees you as like, you think you have all the time in the world, but in reality, look at, here's someone trying to offer a cup here, you're kind of stepping on a platform here, you know, there's kind of men sinking into the floor of this checkerboard. It's like, it's not a game anymore, you know? Like, this feels like something serious and something real that you both want. And there's passion there. And maybe they just assume that you could take, you know, their passion for communication, but maybe you say, you know, Scorpios, you're very deep people, and you also need communication, you know, and you're very, you know, I know a lot of Scorpios that are pretty telepathic, you know, whether they want to admit it or not, or what, you know, whatever, but they're pretty intuitive. It's a pretty intuitive sign, especially, you know, and if you're, you know, any of them, any rising moon, sun, Venus, you know, it's pretty intense. It's a pretty intense sign. So I think they see you as a bit more frivolous than you are for whatever reason. Maybe you're appearing to be kind of lighthearted, as a lizard is kind of camouflages in. Maybe you're kind of appear to be, oh, like I just go with the flow, and but the fact is you have a huge well of emotional depth, right? But you have to let this person see it. How does the person in Scorpio's mind, how do they view the relationship? The person in Scorpio's mind view the relationship. Six of Wands, victory. They want victory with you. You know, they want victory with you. Yeah, they see it as victorious. And you know, you notice this woman is holding on to this one wand, as you know, this King of Wands is holding on to this one wand. But there are also all these women kind of cloaked in white around, which is reminiscent of this Eight of Cups of, you know, it's kind of I feel like, you know, one is standing here just kind of looking, and one is standing with her hands over her heart. So it's that kind of mind versus heart thing, which is a lot of here, right? This is passion. This is mental energy. So, and here again in the butterfly, we have this passion, the sacral chakra energy, and this blue of the throat chakra, of the communication, of the mercurial energy. You know, and so right now they're just chilling. But in the back of their minds, I'm just getting, you know, this very strong in the back of their minds. It's kind of like, do I cut my losses and walk away, or do I stay? Like, what does Scorpio really want? Why does Scorpio see themselves as the Four of Cups, please, Spirit? Why does Scorpio see themselves as Page of Pentacles? Maybe you're focused, you know, again, pages are messengers, but I'm getting maybe that they see you as really focused on work, and or maybe maybe you see yourself as maybe really focused on work, and you're trying to get things started, but you know, and you're not making enough room for love. Can I get one more, please, to clarify that? One more. Oh, far too many. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's kind of the Wheel of Fortune, you know. So the Judgment is card 20, right, of the major arcana. Wheel of Fortune is card 10. Wheel of Fortune is you know, in the wheel is always turning, right? So it's kind of this feeling of this Eight of Cups energy here, of like, or this Fool energy, feeling like, nah, the wheel always turns, and I'll always kind of have the time. And you're missing, and the reason you're you feel like you're missing out is because maybe you know, in your, like, if I were to do a Celtic cross spread, it would be maybe in your hopes and your fears, you're afraid of actually being happy, and that's a really real thing. You know, a lot of us are so afraid of being happy and because we're afraid that we're going to lose it, that we almost don't let ourselves be, right? Why do you see your person as this? Can we clarify how Scorpio sees their person? The Sun. Again, another card of, you know, This card, another card. This is a card of Leo. Yeah, this, you might be dating a fire sign with a lot of air in their chart, or vice versa. But again, look at this juxtaposition of this orange and this blue, this orange and yellow and blue. I mean, this is like so predominant in your person's energy, right? And this kind of, communication and passion. And maybe you feel like you have both of that, but then why do you feel like you're in this Four of Cups energy and missing something, missing the emotion of it? Why do you see the relation? No, sorry. Why do you see the relationship as? Yeah, the Empress. See, I mean, the Empress. So Libra Taurus energy. The Empress is, divine feminine energy. Whether you're male or female, again, we have both within us, but it is divine feminine energy. So, you feel like you can take this. And again, we have a lot of these blues here and this blue here, and with the whale and so maybe you're using your upper chakras a bit too much to overthink the situation instead of just kind of going with it, right? Focusing too much on how to not mess it up or how to be perfect, that you're not allowing yourself to kind of be that nightingale that sings in the night and doesn't care what anyone else thinks. It's interesting, at the bottom of the deck we have the Four of Swords, which is what we started with, right? So yeah, I think you're still in that energy very much. Why does Scorpio's person view themselves as the Eight of Cups? Why does Scorpio's person view themselves as the Eight of Cups? Two of Wands, waiting for their ships to come in. Again, that's a card of waiting, right? And Queen of Cups, feeling like they had, and we had that Ace of Cups that kind of almost came out, and you have the cup that you're not paying attention to, emotional energy, feeling like they're waiting for you to recognize that they love you. Why does Scorpio, the person on Scorpio's mind, why do they see Scorpio as the Fool, please, Spirit? Clarify why. Oh, sorry. Why? Just one card, please. Oh. Six of Wands. Okay, Six of Wands here. Six of Wands there. So maybe they see you trying to go after a victory when you're not recognizing that, again, it's already right in front of you. Because they already see the victory with you, but they see you pursuing it. And that Ace of Cups, I mean, sorry, can't make that up. And it was going to come out sooner or later. There you go. But again, this has to do with how your person feels. This has to do with the cup that you're not paying attention to. It's kind of a combination of how I think that's why it didn't come out, why I was told to put it back in before, is because it's how they see you as like, hey, here's this new cup of love I'm trying to offer you, Don't step on my head. here's my cup, here's my, I mean, literally there's a man, and she's kind of kicking her shoe off and letting the, you know, whatever dirt is on her white boot drop into the cup. You know, it's like, it's just not seeing it. Why is the Six of Wands here for how Scorpio's person views their relationship? Okay, two of Cups is here. Let's just take this. And I was saying how, right, the Eight of Cups, there's got to be a Two of Cups somewhere, and there we go. Two of Cups. One more, please. And the Hierophant. Yeah, they see long term with you. Hierophant is a marriage card. You know, it's a contract. It's a commitment. It's an agreement. So I mean, wake up, Scorpio. Seriously. I mean, to whoever this resonates for, you know, and you know, if again, if it's not your situation, don't try to make it fit. You know, please, you know, watch the readings for your other placements. Those might resonate more with the situation you're going through. But I feel like this is, you know, this has the potential. I feel like this reading is for Scorpios that have probably entered a relatively new relationship, or have been, you know, dating for, you know, less than a year, or whatever it is. It's not like this is, you guys have been married 20 years. This is, or maybe it is that you've been married 20 years and, you know, one person feels like they're not being heard. But regardless, this feels to me very much like a new relationship. What are the strengths of the relationship, Holy Spirit? What are the strengths between Scorpio and their person? Strengths between Scorpio and their person, please, Spirit. Nine of Pentacles. There we go. Emotional fulfillment. Nine of Pentacles. That's your strengths. But it's also, you know, Pentacles are, or nine of you have the Nine of Cups here, but you have the Nine of Pentacles here. So the strength is that Scorpio, maybe one or both of you see that you are capable on your own of doing things on your own, right? That you don't really need another person. But sometimes when we stay in that energy too long, we forget that we actually want another person, and this other person wants you. They just aren't sure that you want them. So it's great to be okay on your own and stand on your own leg and not, you know, not need anyone else because you're perfectly happy with your Nine of Pentacles, but there's still another Pentacle out there. And, you know, this isn't the Ace of Pentacles, you know, this is the Page. So it's just, you know, you have the Ten of Pentacles here, ultimate achievement. So I think it's about a work-life balance, or not, you know, knowing that you will always be provided for and the universe will always provide what you need. And it's okay to lean on somebody else for you or your person. But don't let emotion, you know, don't be afraid of the emotion. Can I get one card for the weakness of the relationship, please? And then we'll close it off with an oracle card. Card for the weakness of the relationship, please. Card for the weakness of the relationship, please. One card for the weakness of the relationship, please. No, thank you. So that was the Five of Cups, so we'll see if that comes out again. And the Two of Wands, which are, you know, both cards of kind of mourning a loss, and one is about mourning a loss, kind of, and not noticing the Two Cups, again, the Two Cups behind, and the other is about, again, waiting, that, you know, that Two of Wands, waiting for decisions to be made, waiting, you know, waiting. Please make it clear the weakness of the relationship between Scorpio and their person, please, Spirit. No, please make it clear the relationship between Scorpio and their person, the weakness. Make it clear, just one card, thank you. The Nine of Swords in reverse. So, yeah, overcoming, overcoming those fears. This is the Nine of Swords in reverse. Is, it's a Gemini energy, but it's also that, the nightmare card. It's all in your head, that kind of up at 3 a.m. And this is overcoming that. So you have two nines right in a row. And I'm glad to see that Nine of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles upright. But it's letting go of your fears, I think, of being part of a, being, I'm not saying to be codependent in any sort of way, but to be interdependent, to be able to each have your own lives, but come together and be able to rely on each other is beautiful. Let's get one card as advice from Spirit, please. Thank you. Ten of Wands, lay down the burden. Honestly, lay down the burden. And then the Eight of Cups is right behind it at the bottom of the deck. And this is saying, like, walk away from the burden. Walk away from the burden, not of the relationship, but the burdens that you, either both of you or your person, have placed on themselves, because they're already feeling that energy, So I feel like, they don't want to walk away. You don't want to walk away. But lay down the whatever burdens have you placed on yourself. You're letting go of the burdens of the mind. Now let go of, of the emotional and the physical burdens that I think have been in your mind. We'll close it off with one card from the Sacred Geometry Activations deck. One card, please, to sum up this reading. I mean, I really feel like this is really good energy, Scorpio, and it's really beautiful energy. And I know we're going into, being in eclipse season, and the retrogrades are not easy always to deal with, that's for sure. But I think you're going to be just fine. It's really, this is very clearly saying to me, it's up to you if you want this to work, and to kind of show your person that no, you aren't, you aren't in this frivolous fool energy. You're a lot more serious than maybe they see you as, and a lot more committed and ready to take this, to deepen the connection, deepen the commitment, deepen the intimacy. One card, please, Spirit. One card to close the reading, please. My hands are so small and these cards are so big. Thank you. Card number 36, Prosperity. So, here we go. It's a beautiful card. And look, it's all the colors of the lizard chakra. Again, I really feel like you are someone that, Scorpio, I also don't know a Scorpio that's not a boss. You know what I mean? That's not really successful at what they do and really good at what they do and really dedicated. But sometimes you gotta, for a water sign, sometimes you can bury those emotions like the whale and do that deep dive and not always express them, to the people that you want to express them to the most. And it's interesting that we get this prosperity, because 3 plus 6 is a 9, right? And a 9 is in the major arcana is the Hermit card. When we start off with the 4 of Swords, and we have the 4 of Swords at the bottom of this deck, that was clarifying your side, and then we have these 2 9s here. So, but 3 and 6 together as prosperity is a beautiful energy, as long as it's like, when we think of prosperity and abundance, we don't just think financial, we think of it in all terms, right, of our life, in all aspects of our life, emotional and financial and mental and physical, and we want just all around prosperity. And the frequency of prosperity supports our feelings of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. And look at that nightingale, how that spirit is singing, right? It's funny. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and in celebration and joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. And I think that that's, you know, with this 9 of Cups here too, and this 6 of Wands twice, I think, you guys are getting to that place. But it's remembering that, as important as work is, it can't always come first. There are times that even if it's, even if work is crazy, you can show your heart. It's okay. It's okay to be, to be vulnerable. Let the lizard be the lizard. It doesn't have to always go, because your person is going to love you for who you are, and the prosperity comes when you work together. Yeah, what a beautiful energy. Anyway, so I just felt so happy. It was really great reading. Scorpios, thank you so much for being here with me again. If you like this reading, please subscribe, like, share, comment. I would really appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you all soon. Ciao for now. Namaste.